Hello, everybody, and welcome to the top 5 new comics for March 16th and 17th of 2021. I'm, as always, Chris, and we got some really good books this week, so let's get to talking about them. I'm going to start off with Justice League number 59. This is written by Brian Michael Bendis and Ram V, with art by David Marquez and Xermanico. I think that's right. It's a weird name, to be honest with you. I apologize if I butchered it. So first issue that Brian Michael Bendis is on, Justice League, and he gets to take over the whole team. So I'm excited and worrisome at the same time. As people may know, I am a Brian Michael Bendis apologist. I do enjoy his work, but his work on team books can be a little rough. So we'll see where this goes. I am excited to see Bendis take more of a pivotal role in DC as he did in Marvel, and see where he has in store for this book. That also said, I am actually super excited that Dave Marquez is doing this book too, because I love his art, and for him to do the entirety of the Justice League is going to be phenomenal. So I'm really looking forward to that. As far as the Ram V and Xermanico story, that is actually the second feature featuring the Justice League Dark. I'm not too into the Justice League Dark, so I'm not going to say a ton there. I'll read it because I'm buying the book. I might as well read the whole thing. But I'm more interested in the Bendis Justice League here. But if you are a Justice League Dark fan, there it is. It's still here. It just doesn't have its own book anymore. After that, I've got Batman and Catwoman, number 4. This is written by Tom King with art by Mann. Not a ton to say here. I just really love this book. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I like how he's meshing the different timelines, how we're getting an insight to not only the future of this relationship, or at least how Tom King saw this relationship playing out, but who comes of it. You know, Dick Grayson taking over as commissioner of Gotham PD, Batman and Catwoman's daughter, Helena, taking over the mantle of the Bat and being Batwoman, and everything else that's going on, as well as the current timeline story involving the Phantasm, her taking out different members of the Joker clan, and everything else. So I just think it's a really good book. I'm really liking it, and I'm excited to get further into the story. After that, I've got Thor, number 13, written by Donny Cates with art by Art-Nic Klein. So Thor, I mean, it's a top-tier book for me. If you're not reading it, I don't know what you're doing. It's just been a phenomenal book, and we're into this Prey storyline, and we got kind of the big reveal at the end of the last issue. Spoiler alert, everybody, if you're a week behind, or a month behind, I should say. But Odin's not gone, and he's been kind of called upon to help Thor and the former Thors with this threat. So, like I said, it's just been a phenomenal book. If you're not reading Thor, go back, check it out. I'm sure you can get at least the first story arc in trade, and if not, you should be able to very soon. And it was really good, and this story is really good, so catch up, get on board with Thor. After that, I've got Red Atlantis, number 5. This is written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Robert Carey. This comes from Aftershock Comics. This has been a book I've been really enjoying. It's, all about a Soviet mind manipulation program that's been brought to the United States to interfere with our elections. So it's got this kind of political intrigue, as well as this almost superhero-esque thing going on with telekinesis and manipulation of people's minds and bodies through telekinesis. And it's been a really cool just thrill ride through the 4 issues so far. And I believe this is the last issue, so I'm really intrigued to see how Stephanie sticks the landing here. And if I've said it once 1,000 times, Stephanie Phillips is a great writer. You should be checking her work out. And after that, actually, finally, I've got Radiant Black, number 2. This is written by Kyle Higgins with art by Marcelo Costas. So the first issue I liked. I thought it was a really good setup. We got to know what the world was, what the stakes were. We got the origin of our superhero and possibly our supervillain, and we kind of are going off from there. So here I'm basically looking for how is Kyle going to raise the stakes and make us more interested in not only this character as a hero, but how he becomes a hero against this other person that's also gained powers, and how that all works out. So it's superheroes in an indie comic book, so I am always somewhat interested to see what people have in store for something like that. And for me personally, what it is I have a very invincible gaping size hole that I'm trying to fill, and I kind of got some of that feeling from the first issue, and now I want to see if we can keep that feeling going. And if we can, then kudos to Kyle Higgins for doing what I thought was going to be impossible. So I do have one more book I want to mention. It's an honorable mention because it's not really new material as much as repurposed material, but done in kind of a cool way. So we are celebrating the 80th anniversary of Captain America, from the first Captain America comic ever published, Captain America Comics #1. And so Marvel is putting out Captain America Anniversary Tribute #1. And this is going to be not as much a reprint, but we're going to have the stories from Captain America Comic #1 and Avengers #4 with brand new art, as well as some of the original art as well, to kind of update the story and make it a little more intriguing to a new audience. Here, I have both of these in a reprint and a trade in my collection. I'm a huge Captain America fan, but I'm really interested to see how they do this and how kind of new artists take on the story and do something a little bit different while still paying homage to the past with this. These are two of the most important comics in comic book history and Marvel history, and most importantly, Captain America history. And I think it's cool that we're getting kind of an updated version of them. So there's a lot of people involved with this book, from artists to writers to to editors, and I'm really excited to get my hands on it and at least breeze through it, check it out, see how the art differs from kind of the original versions of these. So that's everything, everybody. If you are enjoying these videos, remember to give me a thumb up down below and comment. Let me know what books you're looking forward to, what books I'm missing, anything like that. I want to know. I want to hear from you. And to share the video with your friends so that they can have all the majesty of this here, Fortress Comics. And if you are enjoying these, to subscribe using the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification so you can know when the next video we put up is. Remember, we have the podcast, Fortress Comic News. Last week we did an interview with Ricardo Delgado, the artist behind Age of Reptiles, as well as a lot of storyboard artists across Hollywood. And he's doing a Kickstarter for a novel right now with some illustrations in it. That's really cool. So check out that interview. We had a lot of fun. That was kind of a bucket list interview for me. Age of Reptiles is one of my favorite books of all time. And next week we got a really cool interview with a creator who's creating a American-based Shonen Jump style magazine with a lot of different comic creators and anime creators, and that's gonna be really cool as well. So check out that podcast. It is a ton of fun. And everything else we do here at Fortress Comics, right here on youtube.com/Fortress Comics. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you here next week.